task now is we are supposed to design a CS amplifier with a gain of 25. Correct?
Yes.
This is a
Yes, sir.
requirement. So we are assuming let the drain current be 1 milliampere and overdrive voltage let it be 0.2. This overdrive voltage is nothing but VGS minus VTH. That is, when I say overdrive, so what is the minimum voltage required to keep the MOSFET in turn on condition? If it is 0.4, if you are applying on top of that 0.4 another 200 millivolt, so that is overdrive. So overdrive is 200 millivolt. If I say overdrive is 0.2 volt, then VGS is 0.6, 0.6. Correct? That's
Sir.
what is VOV stands for. And Kp is assumed to be 200 microampere per volt square. Let us assume lambda is equal to 0.01 volt inverse. Correct?
Yes, sir.
These are the assumptions and requirements for designing an amplifier with a gain of 25. Okay, we start with this CS amplifier with resistive load. If you can see, I'm putting RD here, R1, R2, there's a coupling capacitor, input voltage applied here. So I want to find, whenever I want to design anything, first thing is I have to find what is W bell. So I should know what is VGS, so I should know what is RD. So let us do that. We know that we need to operate the MOSFET in saturation region so that it can act like amplifier. So that's why I'm writing the expression for ID in saturation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Can see VOV is nothing but VGS minus VTH. Since VTO or VTH is equal to 0.4, then VGS becomes 0.6. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, this 0.6 is nothing but R2 into VDD by R1 plus R2. So this is a known equation. And if you assume, okay, let R2 be 100K, then R1 happens to be 200K. So that we get VGS of 0.6. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is this now? We know what is GM expression. GM, we have actually three different expression. No? So GM is also given by under root of 2ID Kp W by L is there. What is the other equation? I think it is some VGS, something is there. Okay, forget about that. So since I don't know what is, okay, from this equation, I can find W bell, which is coming out to be 250. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you substitute all these things, can some of you substitute the values of ID as 1 milliampere, Kp as 200 micro, and this W bell as alpha A and this as 0.2 whole square? So just find out, are you getting W bell as 250? One of you say, are you getting it or not?
Yes, sir, 250.
Okay, 250. Next, so we are done with the value of GM. The value of W bell. So now we need to find what is the value of RD to have a gain of 25. Correct? So to find the value of GM, one of the expression is this 2ID KPW bell, or you can use this expression 2ID by VOV, because we know what is ID, we know what is VOV, so this comes out to be 10 millisiemens. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this GM into RD magnitude is nothing but AV magnitude, which is 25. So from this, the RD happens to be 2.5 kilo ohms. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Meaning, if you want to use this amplifier for a gain of 25 with a value of ID is equal to 1 milliampere with VDD as 1.8 volt, it is impossible to get 25 volt per volt as the gain because RD is 2.5 volts. Suppose, sorry, 2.5 kilo ohms. If it is 2.5 kilo ohms, if you are assuming a current of 1 milliampere, then what will be the drop? 1 into 2.5, 1 milliampere into 2.5K. Is it not 2.5 volts?
Yes, sir.
Since it is 2.5 volts, which is not practically possible because your supply itself is 1.8, meaning this amplifier using this resistive load, I cannot able to get a gain of 25. Correct?
Okay.
So I will say that since with this resistive load I am unable to get a gain of 25, I will go for a modified circuit, which is CS amplifier with active load. See, now this is active load. See, this is NMOS transistor, this is PMOS transistor. Let me call it as M1, this as M2. Correct? Done?
Yes, sir.
Now, we know that for a better swing, where do you want this voltage, the DC voltage at this point to be in your swing? Assume that now this is your, let me write it as the available swing. This is 0, 1.8. You want to keep some voltage to keep the NMOS transistor M1 in saturation. You have to keep M2, that is PMOS transistor, also in saturation. How much is this left out? 0.2. How much this you are supposed to leave? 0.2. Shall I keep this as my midpoint voltage where your output can swing?
Yes,
Correct?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So now, is this point is VDS of this?
Yes, sir.
Now you can see this is the expression for ID of NMOS transistor. Is it this? Fine. Half Kp W by L of NMOS transistor VGS minus VTH whole square. See now, this is because lambda is there. Can you see lambda is 0.01?
Yes, sir.
Since lambda is there, I have substituted, of course I modified the equation to VGS minus VTH whole square into 1 plus lambda VDS. Now, what is the value of VDS that you're going to substitute here now is 0.9. So, what you can do now is, all of you, with VDS as 0.9, with lambda as 0.01, find out whether W by L is 247.77 or not. Correct?
Yes, sir. 247.77.
Okay, now it is 247.77. Now, can you simultaneously find what is ID of P now here? Now, for ID of P, this is Kp of PMOS transistor, which is now 100 microampere per volt square. It is not 200. Since only difference between these two equations is this is 200, this is 100. Does the W by L of this happens to be again twice of this?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. This is the value of is it correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, fine.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, why should we assume that R2 is equal to 100K, not other than L by?
Okay. Let us assume this as 100 ohm. You tell me what value you want. Tell
Sir,
me.
no, I am asking that why that
You,
value
no,
only for
you just
auto.
give me. Let me. I have assumed it as 100k. Now the question is why it is 100k. You tell me some other value. Suppose if I tell it as 50 ohm, it is still possible to assume R2 as 50 ohm also. Let us see what are the consequences we'll get. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You asked me, sir, why it is 100k instead of 100k. Let me assume it as 50 ohm and then proceed. Correct? If it is 50 ohm,
Yes.
can somebody say what is R1 is equal to? If this R2 is 50 ohm instead of 100k, give me what is R1. If this is R2. Okay, I'll answer your question. I'll answer your question with some justification. Okay, at least people have started asking questions. So maybe the effect of, I don't know what is it. Quickly.
R1 is 100 ohm.
100 ohm. See now the impact of, okay, now with R2 as 50 ohm and this as 100 ohm, because we know that this amplifier, using this amplifier, you are supposed to get a frequency response also. Am I correct? Is the frequency response something like this?
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now this is frequency, this is gain. You have this as, this is AV, this is F1, F2, F3, something like that. Correct? What is F1?
Yes, sir.
Is it not 1 over 2 pi Cc into R in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me what is R in for this value of R1, R2, R in for this value of R1, R2. R in is nothing but, okay, parallel combination of R1, R2, parallel combination of R1, R2. Now here it will be 66.6 kilo ohm. Here it will be, how much is that? 100 in parallel with 50. It will be around 33.33 ohm. Correct?
Yes, sir. 33.33.
It is
Sir,
33.33 ohm. This is 66.6 kilo ohm. See now, what is the impact of assuming this as 50 ohm is, suppose if you assume the value of Cc to be 0.1 microfarad, can you give me what is this value of F1 by substituting Cc as 0.1 microfarad and Rin as 66 and Rin as 33.3 ohms and Cc as 0.1 microfarad. Give me both the values of F1. F1 with 100k and 200k and F1 with 50 ohm. Now 2 pi RC. It will not take this much time, no?
23 point.
One is 23.3 hertz for okay,
Other is
for
47.8 kilohertz.
you can see one is 23.3 hertz, other one is 47 kilohertz. Which one you prefer for a better amplifier?
47 kilo.
No, which one you no, this is still F1. This is still F1. So in the first case it is 23 kilohertz, sorry, 23 hertz. In the second case it is 47 kilohertz. So let me write the probable frequency response. In the first case it comes like this. Okay, we don't actually this. In the second case it is actually like this. Which one you prefer? Either 1 or 2?
1, sir.
1, sir.
This is with value of what is R1, R2? This is 100k, this is 200k.
200.
This is 50 ohm and 100 ohm. Correct? Why you are preferring first one?
It covers maximum frequency range.
It covers even the lowest frequencies which you want to amplify. Here it is not so. It is not amplifying effectively the low frequencies. So I want to have R in as large as possible. That is possible only when you assume R1 and R2 large. R1 and R2 is large. In this case, why did I assume R2 is, how much is your VGS required? 0.6 no?
0.6.
0.6. Is 0.6 lesser than half of this? Is it lesser than 0.9?
Yes, sir.
So whenever this voltage is lesser than half of this, can you see this voltage is dominated by this resistor?
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether you are getting it or not. Suppose how do I say? Let me just take this example. This is 1.8. This is this. This is R1, R2. This is 0.6. This is 1.8. This is R1, R2. Assume that this is 1.2. Suppose if you want to get 0.6 volt, which will be more, which will be less? Here in this case, which will be the least? Suppose if I say R1, R2, if I say R1, R2, can you put the greater than or less than? Which will be greater than here? I want to put a symbol here.
R2 is greater than R1.
And in this case, this is R1, R2. Give me greater than, less than.
R1 is greater than R2, sir.
Greater than.
Correct. Why? Because you
Yes,
want to
sir.
have more drop. Out of 1.8, 1.2 has to drop here, another 0.6 has to drop. Since the more voltage has to drop, then R1 has to be more than R2. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, whenever this is smaller compared to this, you always choose the smaller one as bit higher one. Okay, bit higher value. Maybe even you can assume it as 200k, doesn't matter. It is not necessary that you should always assume it as 100k. Even if you can assume it as 200k, then what will be this? It will be 400k. Your input impedance will be much more better. So that's why maybe in one of the problem we have said you that if the input impedance has to be more than 50 kilo ohms, suppose assume that okay, in this particular example, suppose if I have asked R in should be greater than 80 kilo ohm. 80 kilo ohm. Assume that this is one more condition. What would have been your selection of R2? What would have been your selection of R2 if the input impedance minimum required is 80 kilo ohms? You would have assumed this to be more than 160 kilo ohm or more than or equal to. Which one? R2. You will assuming this to be 160 kilo ohm because you know that this will be always more than 160 kilo ohm because of this.
Sir.
That in parallel with 160 kilo ohm, does it always greater than 80 kilo ohm? Which is your requirement? Which is your requirement? Getting?
Yes,
You're
sir.
there sitting at home. Make sure that you are concentrating on what I'm telling. So don't be get relaxed. So now the question is, why did I select 100k as my value of R2 is you always select the dominant resistor as a highest value. Now here the dominant resistor is R2. Why R2 is dominant resistor? Because this is a lower value. This is a lower value. So if you take the lower value bit highest resistance, then the overall resistance, then the other will be always more than this. Then naturally you're going to have a what parallel combination slightly more than half of this. Slightly more than half of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. In this case, what is the relation?
R1 is less than R2, sir.
So in this case, you have to assume this to be 100k.
Right.
Then the overall combination will be more than 50k. Of course, here also this will become how much? This will become 200k. Then it will be again 66.6 kilo ohms.
66.6.
It is always necessary that the input impedance should be as high as possible. So that's why I have selected this as 100k. It can be 200k, it can be 150k, it can be any value. Correct? But it should be in terms of hundreds of kilo ohms.
Okay, sir.
Done? Okay, how about these two values? Is it, are you getting with Kp of P, which is 100 microampere per volt
100.
square, and is it coming exactly twice of this?
495.5, sir.
Okay, fine. Can you say it's almost double?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What we'll do, we'll go to simulation, and then what are the VGS required for this? Here, VOV? 0.6. So let us still use 200k and 100k. Correct? See, for this also, you need to apply that DC voltage. You can see I have written VB.
Yes, sir.
I have to apply DC voltage here now. This is a circuit. Just have a look at this circuit. See now, this is your NMOS transistor. What are the dimensions? So dimension should be 250. No, let us make it as.
It is not
Well.
visible.
I'll make it. 1 second. Yeah, I'll make it. This is 10U. For this to be 250. Sorry, 247. No, 2477.7 U. Will the ratio now become 247.77?
Yes, sir.
Done. See now, as I just mentioned over here, so I need to have a PMOS transistor. Correct? See now where the source? Source is there on the higher potential. This is source. Correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, in the SPICE simulation, which is source here? Can somebody identify? Gate is easily identifiable. This is gate. Which is source? Which is drain? Anybody?
Small line will be there towards source.
Where is that small line? It is there in your notebook, man. It's there in my notebook, but it is not there in my symbol. In my symbol, this is also looking like same. This is also looking like same. Now, how do we differentiate which is source and drain is? Do you know this is gate?
Yes, sir.
The one which is closer to gate is source.
Yes.
Correct? This is gate, this is source, this is drain. Correct?
Sir.
Who is there with me? Deepika?
Yes, sir.
Can you identify which is source, drain, gate?
Sir,
Gate. Gate is this, source.
Terminal.
What is this terminal now?
Drain, sir.
This is?
Source.
As per my circuit, where source should come?
Downwards, sir.
Here illidiyamma. This is source,
Sir,
no?
I'll make. Yes,
It has to come there. It should be at a higher potential.
Yes, sir.
So now, but unfortunately, this is at a lower. This is there down. So what I should do is I should select this. I should select this. Control E. Control E will going to flip it, and then Control R twice. Can you see it went up?
Yes, sir.
What did I do? I'll just redo
Fine.
it. See, now this is source. This is drain. This is gate. I will select it. So for selection it is F7. Have you selected? See, now I'm selected. See, Control E. Control E is for flipping. You know flipping, no? So you just mirror image. Control
Yes, sir.
E. Can you see it's flipped?
Yes, sir.
But I want to just rotate twice so that it comes now. Can you see now source is, which is source now?
So it is in higher potential.
Of course it is now pointing upward. This is gate, this is source, this is drain. Now I will place it. Aye. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Now what I'll do, I'll take out this, remove that small glitch. I will connect this to this, it's done. Okay, now you can see always bulk and source are shorted. See, this is bulk, this is source. Have I shorted this?
Yes, sir.
I'll do the same thing for this also. For this, which is bulk, this is bulk, the source is this. I will short it. Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
I shorted this, and if you can see here, I need to apply some DC voltage to this gate. What should be the gate voltage? So that VGS is 0.6 or VGS is actually minus 0.6. See here, this voltage, the difference between this gate and source should be minus 0.6. Okay, let me just tell you. Okay, now you have this transistor. This is 0.6. This also should be 0.6. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
How did you get this 0.6? We actually used a potential divider of 200K and 100K, correct? With 1.8.
Yes.
Now here also I can use a potential divider, but for the time being I'll apply some DC voltage which is VB, so that this voltage is 0.6. This is how much? This is 1.8. When does this become 0.6? Of course, this is at a higher potential. This should be at lower potential, so that VGS becomes minus 0.6. So this is nothing but VG minus VS. This you want is minus 0.6, and I want to find what is VG. What is VS? 1.8. Then what is VG? Is it equal to 1.2 volt?
Yes, sir.
So is this clear?
Yes, sir.
I want to have VGS to be minus 0.6. If this is 1.8, I want to have this potential difference to be 0.6. Then this has to be at 1.2. If it is 1.2, what is 1.2 minus 1.8? 1.2 minus 1.8 it will become minus 0.6. So which is
Minus 0.6.
required, which is required for your PMOS. So I'll go back to, where is my schematic here? I'll take a source which is F2. I will take this voltage source and then place it here. I will have a DC voltage of 1.2 volt. I will connect this to, because I can still use a potential divider and then do it. Just for saving time, I'm just doing it using a power voltage source. Are you done? I need to adjust the dimension. So is it 10U? How about this? 4, 9, 55.4 U. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this should end up with what all DC voltages? Okay, let me do dot OP. Where is, okay, shall I include lambda of 0.01?
Yes, sir.
This is LAMBDA is equal to 0.01. Done. I need to, of course this is for NMOS, I need to define for PMOS also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do I define PMOS? Let me take this dot model PMOS, and then Kp is equal to 100U,
100.
comma VTO is equal to minus 0.4, comma, because CGSO CGDO is not required. Okay, let it be there. CGSO is equal to 100U, comma, sorry, 100 nano, comma, CGDO is equal to 100 nano, comma, LAMBDA. Usually most of you will make okay, LAM BDA DBA will do it, and then it will show an error. It's equal to 0.01. These are all typical errors we come across when students are doing. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, let me just minimize this. F7. Let me hold this opacity error. F7. I think everything is fine. Let me leave a space here. I don't know if that's an issue or not. Okay, fine. Done. Okay. Save. Shall I run now? Let me do .op. Where is .op? How do I do .op? Simulation command, operating this one. What does this will give, Deepika? What does .op will give you? All DC voltage and currents, correct?
Yes.
How much is the current expected? How much is the current expected? What was our design? How we started? We started with the design of ID is equal to 1 milliampere. No? Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Not audible?
1 milliamperes.
That's what, we'll see that. Are we getting 1 milliampere? See? Can you see what is first V out? First voltage? V out is the voltage, DC voltage at this point. So we assume that okay, let it swing at half point. No? We assume that let it swing at half point. Can you see this voltage is at exactly 0.9? If you apply AC voltage, it will swing across this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just go back here. How much is ID of M1? See here, ID of M1. Where is ID of M1? Can you see it is 0.01?
Yes, sir.
1 milliampere.
Yes, sir.
Can you see this this gate is 0.6?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the other one is 1.2. This is 1.2. That is fine. Is everything fine now? Our DC conditions are fine. So let me also see, can I able to see the GM value? Can you see now? This is something extra. Can you see VDS SAT? Can you see it is 0.2?
Sir.
And here it is minus 0.2 because it is now VSD. It's not VDS. Because it is VSD, that's why it is minus 200 millivolt.
Sir.
How much is GM? Can you see GM?
Yes, sir. 100.
It is 1 into 10 power minus 2 or 10 milli. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
What is GM now? Is it not 10 milli? 10 millisiemens? Okay, don't worry about this GDS. We'll just come to the GDS later. Is this values fine? Can you see VGS of both of them is 0.6 and minus 0.6?
Yes, sir.
And VDS is 0.9, which is more than required saturation. You require 200 millivolt, but you have 900 millivolt. Does the MOSFETs are in saturation now?
Yes, sir.
VDS sat is 200, whereas actual VDS is 900 millivolt. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Shall we now apply the sine wave?
Yes, sir.
I'll go here. I'll take sine. This is 0. Let me apply 1 millivolt. Okay, 1 milli. And then let it be 20k. That's it. Okay, AC amplitude, let me remove that. Run it. What is that thing I should do? Okay, this is fine. Stock time is 1 milli, 0 1 u. Let me run it. Take out this. Let me see the input also. Let me take out input output separately. Where is before that, shall we actually find out what is the gain of the amplifier that we're going to get for this particular design? Because we started with 25, let us know whether are we getting do we get 25 or not as per this calculation. Okay, let me just open this. From this, what is GM? From this, what is GM?
25.
GM. So can I write it as GM is equal to under root of 2ID Kp W by L? Can I?
Yes, sir.
Can you do that? How much is that? 2 into 1 exponential minus 6 into minus 3 into how much is Kp? 200 exponential minus 6 into how much is W by L? 247. 247.77 equals under root of answer. Can you see it is 9.95 milli?
Yes, sir. 9.
Millisiemens. That's what you got in that one, no? In the simulation, what did you get? You got something this one, no? Where is that? Where do I get it? Shall I go here? View. Not in this dot op. Let me do dot op and then verify. Where is this dot op? It's here. Do it. Let me run it. Oh, analysis, no analysis request. Okay, dot op is okay. One second. Edit simulation command. I need to say okay, place it here, run. Okay, let me do what? Again, view in this error log. You'll get it. What is GM here? Can you see it's almost 10? As per
Yes,
my
sir.
calculation, it is 9.95. Correct? This is GM. Can I write the equivalent AC equivalent model of this? What I'll do is okay. Can I write the AC equivalent circuit of this as R1 parallel R2? This is gate of M1. This is GM into VGS. Is this R0 one of first transistor?
Yes, sir.
Why R0 one? Because there is some lambda. GM1 into VGS. This is VGS. So are you all there with me? With me, matlab, are you all getting? Now this is very important. So from now onwards, I'll be moving very fast. This is drain. This is source. Sorry, ಈಗಲೇ fast ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರ ಇನ್ನೂ fast ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್? I don't know. Is this fine for NMOS? Then
Yes,
how
sir.
about for PMOS? PMOS, you can see I have only the DC voltage applied. What will be the current source for that? Okay, as we discussed sometime here. Okay, here. Can you see here? Does this, since my gate voltage and this voltage both are DC, does the current become 0 here because your VGS is 0 here?
Yes, sir.
Shall I now replace this by open circuit, something like this here? Will it have only the resistance without the current dependent current source?
Yes, sir.
So now I'll come back here. Shall I put the same resistor R02 and this AC grounded?
Yes, sir.
So does this R01 R02 will actually come effectively in parallel? I'll take out this now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is V0. So what is now this effective resistance? R0 parallel R01. R01 parallel with R02. So what is AV now? Is not AV is equal to minus GM1 into R01 parallel R02. That's what we discussed in the last class. See here, in the last class we have discussed this. See here. Can you see this V0? V0 by Vn is equal to minus Gm into R01 parallel R0. See, is it the same?
Yes, sir.
How much is Gm now? 10 millisiemens.
10.
How much is R01, R02s? How much is R01, R02? R01 is equal to R02 is equal to 1 over ID into lambda. Because does both the currents, does the current flowing in both the transistors same?
Yes, sir.
Does the value of lambda we assumed is same for both of them 0.01?
Sir.
So then can you tell me what is R01, R02? Is it not
1 mega.
1 mega? Na?
100 kilo ohm.
Is both of them 100k?
Yes.
100k in parallel with 100k? Will it not become 50k?
50 kilo ohm.
Will it become 50k now? Does this k kilo ohm, this k will go with m?
Yes, sir.
Then what is the gain? Is it not 500? Oh bapre, you are getting a so huge gain. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let me just go back to my circuit. This circuit, let me do not .op. Let me just change this simulation command. Let me do transient this and let me run this. Let me see what is my output. This is my add pane. I'll make this to go up here. Can you see it is ringing around 0.9?
Yes, sir.
Except the first one. Of course, first one it is take some time. Okay, afterwards, second cycle onwards, is it at 0.9? Why it's at 0.9? Because while calculating the value of W by L, you assumed VDS to be 0.9. Shall we find out what is peak to peak of this? How much is peak to peak of this? Is it 186?
Yes, sir.
How much is input peak to peak? Can you find out how much is the gain now? It is now 186 divided by, actually input peak to peak is 2 now. It is coming out to be 93. Okay, where we are going wrong, let me just find out. Go back here. Just a minute. Sorry. This is fine. Okay, let me put it in two different panes. So can you see now the gain is so high because you are not, of course, you are unable to get such a high gain with resistive load. What was the limitation with resistive load? Suppose if you want to get higher gain, what was the limitation? Hello. What was the limitation? What was the limit?
Decrease.
Uh-huh.
We will get the maximum swimming will be decreased.
Meaning the MOSFET, if you keep on increasing the value of
Go to
RD,
linear state.
the MOSFET was going to linear region, you are unable to get a desired gain. Now what we are trying to do is, we are trying to have an active load. We want to have an active load in the form of transistor, which will consume lesser voltage but will give very high resistance. That's why now you can see now I'm getting a gain of almost 80. Let me just go back and find out, okay, why, what is the reason why I'm getting it as 80, or let me just find out. Here this is 100k, 200k, VDS is fine. How much was GM here? Okay, let me do .op. This is .op done. Let me run it. Okay, let me stop this. Simulate, not simulate. View, error log. How much is this here? This is 10 milli. How much is? Yes. Give me a minute. How much is R0 1? 1 divided by ID is ID 1 milliampere, correct? 1. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, let me just check out now. I'm supposed to get as per my theoretical value, but here I am having a difference of almost larger value. Let me just fix it, what the problem is. Nothing to worry. So this is how you're going to learn. When I do mistake, at least you'll not repeat it. If I don't do any mistake, you'll certainly do the mistake. Okay, what I'll do now is let me have this dot. And this is wrong. This is fine. How much is 54 dB? 10 to the power of 54 divided by 20. Can you see the gain is 501? Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is actually 501. How much was your expected gain? Expected gain was 500. Correct?
Sir.
Expected gain was 500. You are getting very close to that. Of course, now it is 501. Shall we just go back to time response and do it? Let me just tell you, okay, why we were not getting 186 so and so. How much is the available swing? If I just say you, this is 0.9, no? This is 0.2
Yes.
left out, 0.2 left out. How much is left out here? Is it 0.7?
Yes, sir.
So let me take it as 0.6 on the safer side. So 0.6 is the available V0 max is equal to AV into Vin max. Correct? How much is AV? It is 500. This is 600 milli. Can I find Vn max? So is my Vn max is equal to 600 milli by 500. How much is 600 milli by 500? 600
1.2 milli.
by 500. 1.2 milli. I can apply maximum of 1.2 volts. So if I apply 1 millivolt, it should not be any issue. Okay, what I'll do, I want to make sure that, okay, even in time response, in frequency response, are you now convinced that the gain is coming like, okay, 500?
Yes, sir.
Why you're not getting this down? You're not getting this down because there is no CGS or CGD. Correct?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Now what I'll do, I'll go back to this. I'll take V sine. This as 0. Amplitude, let me take it as 1 milli. Okay, 20 kilohertz. Okay, that's fine. I'll take out this amplitude. This is done. Now let me just change this to transient. 1 milli, 1 micro. This is also fine. Done. Let me run it now. So this will be, I think now you're getting. I will do this, add plane, and then add the input voltage also. Oh, what I do, I take out this to here. Can you see this output peak to peak? This is one peak, and this is the other peak. How much is output peak to peak here? How much? Difference, vertical difference. Is it 1 volt?
1. Yes,
1 volt is the difference. How much is input? Input peak to peak. See, this is 1 millivolt. At the bottom it is minus 1 millivolt. What is the difference? That is peak to
0,
peak.
sir.
Difference is minus of minus 2.
2 millivolt.
2 millivolt. So what is V0? V0 is actually V0 peak to peak by V in peak to peak is your AV. Am I correct? Is it 1 volt by 2 millivolt? What is 1 volt called? 1 volt is also written as, can I write it as 1000 millivolts by 2 millivolt? This milli and milli will go off. Is it not 500?
Yes, sir.
So this is an amplifier which is giving a gain of up to 500. This amplifier is giving a value of GM of how much? How much? Okay, where is that? Okay, here. This is giving a value of 500. Now